Welcome to Revlog, where Aaron is classy today.
Classy.
I feel like he's really classing this joint up.
Yeah,
Ooh,
you
don't
like
don't
that?
mess with his pocket square.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it took me
Sorry.
all 3 seconds to style that.
Oh, come on. So you
Look
just, yeah, it just takes me just
Yeah.
a few seconds to look like this.
That's
Yeah, right.
I feel like we could do better.
And we shall.
This is Revlog, where we'll do better. We'll help.
Great.
So, but we're grateful to be together, and now we move into Matthew,
Yeah.
chapter 15. It's a difficult text today.
Not for the faint of heart.
It's not for the faint of heart. And Bryan, why don't you kick it off for us? What were your initial reactions to this text?
Well, aside from, saying, aha, I always suspected that my prayers were in vain. No, I mean, how many of us have been tempted to think that? But I think it strikes me that there are three, I mean, I don't know what it all means either, but there are three responses that I think are common for the community of faith to issue to somebody.
So, the community of faith to the woman.
Yes.
Because, I mean, I was amazed by the woman's responses, but you're going to talk about the community of faith first.
I am.
Okay,
I am.
so
People hear silence from
Mhm.
us. They hear that we're taking care of our own,
Mhm.
and then they also hear condemnation.
Yeah.
I think, and it's as if this woman, or it's as if Jesus and this woman have this secret understanding together. It's as if he is saying, or maybe it's possible, I don't know, but he might be saying, it's as if he might be saying to her, well, you know what they say, or and she's batting it all down. She's saying, yeah, but you and I both know that's not true. There's got to be something going on here that's larger than that, and it is faith in her that keeps her dry. There's got to be something there.
So the dialogue between them was more for those
I think
bystanders.
so.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, that is an interesting
I mean, I
thing.
think that's a possibility
yeah.
anyway.
Right.
Yeah, and I wonder too. I mean, we see in other texts where Jesus sort of sees into the hearts of men.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And recognizing here, he can see her heart.
Yes.
He knows her sincerity, and it does make you wonder about this interaction
It
between the
makes
two
me
of them.
wonder.
And that's where I'm starting is that
Mhm.
she comes to him, O Lord, Son of David.
Mhm.
So the way she just acknowledges him, she's a Canaanite, she's a Gentile, she's on the outskirts. I mean, all this, the whole things with dog being unclean and the separated.
Right.
So all that is to kind of set up this separation between
Right.
the Jews and the others. But she cuts through all of that to say, "You are Lord, you are the Son of David," and that recognition, I think, is what initiates that faith response to say that her heart is already attuned, and then Jesus can begin this dialogue to a woman who is ready to receive. We talked about one of the first miracles. The leper comes and he bows down and he worships before anything else. There's a couple of other instances that we've tracked where worship precedes any kind of
Right.
request or
We
any,
keep seeing that happen, don't we?
and that's where she is. So that recognition of who Jesus is will put you on the right track to whatever comes next. When we rightly discern this Jesus is worthy of our faith, he's worthy of our time, then what transpires is rightly attuned.
Well, you mentioned the fact that she is not a Jew, and the Scripture says this too, of course. But it's as if she says, or she believes the prophecies more than the
Right.
more than the disciples do. You're the Son of David. Do you realize what you have here, people?
Yeah.
And she goes after him.
Yeah, and it's interesting too. We're speaking of her faith because we hear Jesus at other times saying, "If you just have the faith of a mustard seed, you can move a mountain." And she almost takes it the other way. She's just saying, "If you would just give me a crumb,
Right.
like a crumb off of your holiness,
yeah.
would be everything to me."
I appreciate how you just couched that. I think that's a great way to look at that, just kind of upside down there.
That's
Yeah. right.
Also, it's the woman. I want to touch the hem of his robe. That's
Yeah.
all I need to do. If you'll just give me a crumb, that's all it's going to
yeah,
take.
yeah. Yeah, a crumb from your table
Yeah.
is more than anything else in this world. So that's good. Brian, what question came to mind as you were reading this text?
How much can I learn from outsiders? How much? And I'm really asking if I is it possible for me to look at somebody who is an outsider, outside of the normal circles of faith, the lines that we may have drawn, or outside of my own experience? Can I learn something? This woman was a complete outsider, and I think she had the ability to teach those disciples more than many of the people they'd listened to all of their lives.
Well, and there's certainly times in our lives when outsiders can see more clearly than we can from the inside, right?
Yes.
There are times that they can come and give us wisdom that we can't see from being on the inside.
Jesus alluded to that when he said the prostitutes and the tax collectors are lining up to enter the kingdom of heaven before you. These outsiders realize what's going on here.
Yeah.
So wake up.
Yeah.
That's right. And we need to listen.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Aaron, what questions came for you here?
Well, I hate to rehash this, but it's about how Jesus sees. Why do the disciples consistently see the people differently than Jesus sees them? We just saw this with the multitudes.
Right.
Let's
Right.
dismiss them, send them home.
Yeah.
It was a practical assessment.
Right.
There was a reason for that. Made sense, but Jesus said, "Nope. That's not what I came for." And again, these disciples are saying, "Send her away. This, she's crazy."
She's shouting at us.
Yeah, right. That's right. The woman's yelling at us. Can you do
Somebody
something,
make her
Jesus?
stop.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so the question is, why do we consistently see people with this wall up? Why do we not see the people?
It keeps
as
happening.
Jesus? It keeps happening. Yeah, it keeps happening.
And it keeps happening today.
Well,
right?
and that's really
it
what I
keeps
mean.
happening
It
in the
keeps-
text,
yeah.
and it keeps happening in our
Right.
lives. Why do we put those walls
Mhm.
up when Jesus engages this woman?
That's right.
Mhm.
Wow.
And hears her heart and follows that through.
Yeah.
So we would love to hear your thoughts on this text and this interaction between Jesus and this woman. Comment below.